Hi, my name is Dan Hake, and I'm here on behalf of HDR to give a brief presentation on the Greenup Boyd County Freight Plan. So the overall project purpose is to build a comprehensive understanding and profile of the existing multimodal freight network, but more importantly, to support decision makers with funding and investment decisions to address freight planning needs. More specifically, looking at economic development and what role freight plays in that. The geography for this project is obviously Greenup and Boyd counties, but the project team and Cuyahoga also understands that freight is multi-jurisdictional, so um, freight doesn't care what side of the border it happens on, just that it's able to move. So understanding the bigger picture of what happens both inside of Greenup and Boyd County, but how freight relates in and out of and through. The overall deadline for the project is in September of 2021, but we're projected to finish up later this summer. So in past presentations, we've discussed driving the freight conversations, which was a development of goals and performance measures. We developed a freight system profile, which is existing conditions reports based on where's congestion, where there's safety issues, where's the freight coming and going to. We've done some stakeholder engagement. We've undertaken the economic development task and looking at how individual facilities or sites may be developed from a freight perspective, and we've also done several steering committees. So today, I wanted to focus mainly on task 4, which is that economic development task. So we looked at a large site that could be developed, redeveloped, and then several smaller sites. The idea here is to do a reverse site selector process where if you were a site selector and you were looking at a site to build a building or a manufacturing facility, you'd look at the electricity and how much water could be provided and sewer capacity and things like that. And just as important for freight dependent businesses are how the surrounding road and rail and maritime network support new opportunities. So we wanted to look at freight capacity and individual sites from a different perspective. So far we've been looking at 5 sites. One is the old AK Steel site. One is along I-64 near the West Virginia border, and that is near the refinery. We're looking at Unity Aluminum, and then 2 sites on the Ohio River. One in South Shore and one just east of the CSX yard in Greenup County. What we've done was we've created a series of one-pagers that could be used for economic development, for opportunities, for regional conversations. And what we did was we looked at each site and what the current use was of surrounding transportation uses or networks, and wanted to see if we built something on that site, what would happen to the existing network. Would the level of service spike where it would create issues, or are there things that look, issues with rail crossings or signals? And of course, this is all done using some basic highway capacity manual techniques. So these are a 40,000 foot planning level look at what's happening. And again, these are draft one-pagers, so these are not completed yet, but I thought it would be important to share these with you today so you can see an idea of what we were doing. So these are the first 2. The next 2 are here. These are the 2 sites up on the Ohio River in Greenup County. And then this is the Brady Unity Aluminum site. And just looking at how the current road network would support those initial trucks or those additional trucks. And for the most part, mainline traffic would not be impacted, but I think greater study would be needed at the intersection of Technology Drive and 67, and potentially some other places for some signals or some separations once those trucks go live. So next steps. We're looking at those final tasks. So everything we've done today is really looking at present and past, and going forward, we're looking into the future. So using scenario planning to help plan for things we don't know about, like connected vehicles, electric vehicles, just those unknowns. Using the SWOT analysis technique to bring everything all together and think about what Greenup County needs to do to position itself for the future. And then the last task is called opportunities to improve freight mobility, but really it's a prioritization implementation effort where we're aligning projects and prioritizing them into buckets, short, medium, long term, and what are potential funding sources. And I think the last three tasks are really going to be focused on projects, and that's probably really important given the infrastructure package that potentially will happen this year. There's a reauthorization bill and lots of other things that are have the potential of coming online. So being prepared for those things will be really important to capture those funding sources in the future. And again, that project should be completed this summer. And as always, I have an open door, so please feel free to give me a ring or text message me or email me. One of the great things about embracing Zoom meetings and YouTube videos is that it allows more people to participate, but we also lose a lot of the post-meeting conversations. So please feel free, if you just have some questions or just want to talk freight, to give me a ring, and thank you very much.